Y'all, the tea is so real.
I need a gangster to love me better than all the others do.
My hair is messy today. Welcome back to Cosmeholics Anonymous. I am your favorite girl, Bo Vintage, and today's video is Botox. I have not done Botox in 100 motherfucking years, so let's get it popping. And sorry, Shooter could not be with me today. He has video games to play, okay? I have no idea what's in my email, but before I start, let me just say the old Botox email is no longer valid. So if you have sent your email to the old Botox email, then I have not gotten it, and I will not get it. But for the purpose of the video, I will definitely be reading emails that I've gotten recently into the old inbox, combining them with new emails from the new inbox, which is of course botox@gmail.com. It is on the screen, and it will also be in the description box, so if you don't know it or if you don't know how to spell it, well, you can go and check that out, okay? Hey Bo, sorry if this gets a little long, but there's a lot to discuss when it comes to this bitch, lol. So I started my third year of college as of 1 month ago. I currently have 3 other roommates, all of which are randoms whom I've never met before moving in with them. I get along with 2 of them just fine, but then there's this third girl. I want to call her Jenna, or I'll just call her Jenna. We all can't stand her. One of my roommates had known Jenna for a while apparently, which I still don't understand why she would have agreed to move in with her if she knew what she was like and already didn't like her in the first place. But time will tell with that situation, I guess, lol. Anyway, Jenna is definitely the more outgoing type. First of all, she's in a 10-month long distance relationship with this guy, but she only really has guy friends here at our school, which is sketchy, but I don't judge, I guess. A couple nights ago, I came home from an 8-hour shift at work. I got home around 2:30 a.m. and there were literally like 5 random dudes trashing our apartment, spilling beer everywhere, blasting music, and otherwise just being a total nuisance. And mind you, Jenna wasn't even there at all. It was just random guys in my apartment and no one else. Before I went to work that night, Jenna had asked all of us in our group chat if it would be okay if she had a movie night. We all said sure, since my 2 other roommates were not going to be there, and I had made the assumption that a movie night didn't mean throwing a party until after 2:30 in the morning. So when I came home to that, I messaged her asking when her friends were leaving because they were being really annoying, knocking shit over and playing music loudly right outside of my room. And I had an exam to take the following day. She texted me back like 5 seconds later and seemed really apologetic, sending me paragraphs like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. They were all asleep when I left." Who the fuck leaves random sleeping in their house? Like, what? Okay, anyway, they were all asleep when I left. I'll clean up everything tomorrow. They'll be leaving when I get home. I told her it was fine, and as long as they were leaving soon, it would be okay. After that, she has been totally ignoring me. I'll walk past her and smile, and she won't even look at me or say hello or anything. Like, just super petty shit. She unfollowed me on Twitter, too. My roommate that has known her for a while has a mutual friend who has told us that Jenna always talks about how terrible her roommates are, but everything that she said was a total lie. Like literally stuff we had never even did. Jenna is seriously like a pathological liar, which is why I didn't like her to begin with. And trust me, I'm the type of person who gives everyone a chance until they fuck up. She was talking shit since day 1 for no reason because all of us were nice to her until we heard about all the shit she was talking. Anyway, what would you do about the situation? It's seriously getting to the point that it is extremely awkward being in the same room as her, not just for me, but for my other 2 roommates too. We all are getting hostile vibes from her, and I'm the most non-confrontational person because I don't like causing problems or starting shit with anyone. Seriously. Don't know how to handle this, but I also don't want to have to keep putting up with her bullshit or come home to really late night parties after work when I'm trying to sleep. Really need some advice. If this was Big Brother, bitch would have to get evicted real motherfucking quick, okay? That's how I feel about that. Like, I cannot do roommates. Like, I don't have a roommate. I have never had a roommate. My sisters. And we all know how that shit went. And Like, my only roommate is Shooter, and if it's the three of you guys against her and if you guys don't like her, like, all you have to do is have a conversation with her, whether it's in the group chat. Actually, it can't be in the group chat. It has to be in person, so that tones of voice, so that you guys can hear each other's tone of voice, and so everybody knows where everybody stands and where everybody's coming from. You don't want to do it in the group chat because texting is like, you can't really read or feel out how somebody's saying something, and it might come off wrong if the person's not hearing you physically say it. So you guys definitely need to just sit down with her and be like, this is what our issues are with you. We're gonna give you this amount of time to fix it. If you can't fix it within that amount of time, then you got to go, Sweeney. You gotta go. You gotta move. You gotta pack your shit up and leave, because all of us don't like you. And it's not like we don't want to like you. We want to like you, but you are making it really hard to like you when you, like, first of all, when you have a roommate, you need to be respectful of other people's feelings and other people's space. So if you are sharing a common area, you can't just have random people over at 2 a.m. and you're not even there. Like, these guys could have went into your room and stolen your shit. Like, you know what I mean? You don't know them. She might be comfortable with them in her house, but if she's not there, there's no telling what they can and will do. So that's really uncomfortable, especially because you guys are all girls, and then to have 5 random guys there, and then you come home, your other 2 roommates aren't there, and it's you alone in the house with a bunch of random niggas. Like, that's not cool. Because I'm not saying that the fucking niggas are rapists, but like, what if they were? Like, what if one of them, they were drunk? Like, what if they decided to take advantage of you because they knew that you were the only one home, and it would be your word against theirs, and there would be 4 other witnesses there because there was 5 guys and 1 girl. So, you know, anything could have happened, and I think that she has no right to be acting shady towards you since you like addressed the situation. And if she was apologetic about it and, you know, didn't have an attitude with you at first, and then after she had to clean up, she had an attitude, I mean, bitch gotta go. Like, I don't even, what? Y'all need to just have a conversation with her, and if she doesn't fix up, then she got to go. Like, that's it. Okay. That was a little break I just took for no reason. Hey, Bo, I've seen your videos, and I love them all. Thank you very much. So, I wanted to stay anonymous because a lot of people know about this story since it was on the news. Ooh, I wonder if it's in Toronto. It was on the news, y'all. This is about to be juicy. So a couple months ago, while my boyfriend and I were living together, our house got raided, and basically, long story short, we were both arrested, charged with possession with the intent to traffic heroin and possession with the intent to traffic cocaine. Well, hello, hi. Oh my God. Yes. Well, not yes, but like, bitch, I've been waiting for a juicy story my whole life. The house at the time we were living in was only under my name. All my IDs, like my passport and health card, was there, but his was not. He used to keep those things at his mom's house. Our lawyers said that because the house was only under my name and the drugs were found in the house, it looked like it was mine. Because it was my house, I had control over it, which means I also technically had control over the drugs. His lawyer wanted to use the defense that he didn't live there, and they couldn't technically prove that he did because his name wasn't on the lease, and my lawyer wanted me to sign papers and plead and basically tell on him so I could get off. We were both not into the ideas our lawyers were giving us. In the end, we ended up going to prelim, and the Crown offered him 3.5 years, and they would let me go. If not, they would let him go because lack of evidence, and I would have to stand on trial. He took the deal and pled guilty to all his charges. So he has to turn himself in next month, and right now he's going through the motions. He's really down. We've been together for 6 years. We met when I was 18 and he was 17. And I had full intentions of being there for him while he serves his time. Because, you know, I ride for my nigga, dog. Okay, whoops, I didn't even finish reading it, but I knew what it was. She said, I ride for my nigga, LOL, Drake voice. But now he's all like, he wants me to move on and not wait for him and waste my life and all this shit. He wants me to move on and be happy. Bye. Nigga, bye. I'm just joking. And do all the things I said I was going to do. Listen, I have full plans of doing what I have to do while he's in there. I was planning on going to school in January, and I still have full intentions to do so, and finishing and graduating. Not just going to waste my damn money. I have so many things I want to accomplish and do. I'm even writing my own book. And I'm trying to tell him I can still do all these things, but I want to do it with him in my life. I know it may sound stupid that I want to wait for him, but I feel like he's really learned from his experience. And if I felt like for 1 minute he didn't, I wouldn't waste my time. My friends all tell me that he's just saying that and he won't forget about me and he'll need me while he's in there. I agree with that. But I can't force him to talk to me. It's a month before sentencing, and I can barely get him to answer the phone or my text. Like, I don't know if he's doing this because he's hurt and he just doesn't want to think about being away from me and this and all we built for so long, or if he really wants me to move on. What do you think? Do you think I should give him some time, or do you think, oh, he gonna have a lot of time to think, honey, so he don't need no time before he goes into jail? He's gonna have all that time when he's in jail. But let me finish. And is it stupid that I want to wait for him? I'm afraid he'll forget about me and stop loving me. Do you think that would happen? Sorry, my last question might be stupid. I'm just venting. He can't forget about you. When you go through some shit with somebody, especially if it's your significant other, like, you guys have a special bond. And it may have been different, of course, if you decided to do what your lawyer wanted you to do and snitch on that ass, but you didn't. Like, you rode out for him. You could have fucking ended up serving time because it is your house. And, like, I mean, in all the situations where girls come and tell me that their boyfriend's a drug dealer and blah, 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 I always say, like, yo, if you're not about that life, then, you know, there's nothing for me to tell you. Just get out. Like, don't fuck with him. But you guys have been together for 6 years. You knew what was going on. It was not a secret. You had it in your house. Well, you didn't say you didn't know. I'm assuming that you knew that he was keeping his things at your house and you were okay with that. But because of that, I can tell the kind of girl that you are, and I don't think that you should let him push you away. Obviously, it's only 3 years. Like, it's not like he's going away for 25 to life. Okay, like 10 years, like, to wait for somebody for 10 years to come out of jail. Well, if you go to jail, I think for longer than, well, at least in Canada, I don't know where you are, if you go to jail for longer than, I think, 2 years, that's when you would go to, if you go 2 years less a day, if you go 2 years, bitch, if you go 2 years less a day, then you would go to prison. Hold on. Let me ask Shooter. Hold on. Baby! Babe? When it's 2 years less a day, you go to prison or jail? Okay, so when they are giving you 2 years less a day, then you would go to jail. And 2 years less a day is actually more than 2 years plus a day. So 2 years plus a day is better to get. You go to jail instead of prison. And the difference with that is, like, if you're in jail for a certain amount of time, you can get conjugal visits and your wife can visit you. Y'all can go to a trailer and fuck. And so, or like spend time that's not like behind the glass. The time that they've given him is not a long, like, Shooter decided he wants to do some crazy crime, rob a bank tomorrow, and they were giving him, oh my god, that's a federal offense. That's not a good example. Say Shooter got arrested for some petty bullshit and he had to go to jail for like a year or two. I wouldn't leave him because, like, I've already put in so many years into the relationship, and to top it off, like, that's not that long of a time. I think that he's pushing you away because he is definitely hurting. He put you in a fucked up situation and he probably doesn't want you to ever go through that again. And that might be the case why he feels like he's pushing you away from now, so that when he does come out and he wants to do his thing, you know, you're not tied up in that again. But I can't speak for this man because I don't know him. But if it were me in the situation, I definitely would stick around. I would let him know, send him a text. Even though he's not replying to you, he's definitely still reading it. So you should send him as many texts as possible and, like, just let him know, like, you know that you love him, that you're here for him, and that he needs to stop trying to push you away because your ass ain't going nowhere. Like, you will support him through everything because you have no animosity towards him, and like, your feelings for him have not changed despite the fact that your ass got arrested for his ass and almost went to jail, bitch. But things happen. Life is fucked. Like, life will shit on you if you let it. It really will. And so that's basically what happened to you. You got shitted on, bitch.
Shitted on him. Man, I just shitted on him. Shitted, put your number twos in the air.
But yeah, there's no way you guys have been dealing for 6 years. There's no way he could ever forget about you. It's somebody that you dealt with, like, fucking in the 4th grade won't forget about you. You know what I mean? So there's no way that this man is gonna forget about you when you guys have spent your, like, the prime of your adult years together. Like, you guys have been together since 17 and 18, so you guys have been together for a very long time, longer than me and Shooter. And Shooter ain't gonna forget this ass, and I'm never gonna forget Shooter's ass, God forbid something were to happen to our relationship. But like, when you grow with a person for that long, there is no such thing as forgetting. Like, absolutely not. I see a question here about starting a channel. I have 2 videos on starting channels. They're very detailed. I cover a lot of things that a lot of other people don't cover in their starting a YouTube channel. Like, I was very generous with the advice, and so I will link both of those videos below if you want to get your channel started and get it off the ground and promote it. Like, that is definitely how you go about those are 2 great videos that you should watch. And I know they're my videos, but like, yeah, they're fucking great. So watch them if you would like to start a channel, because I get these questions all the time. Like, people send me the questions on my Snapchat. I see emails, but I've already covered it. I'll definitely be doing more of those types of videos. But for Botox, that is not a part of Botox. I'm so sorry. Oh my god, I have so many sponsors that I have not replied to. So sorry. Hey Bo, I need a little advice on something. I really like this boy. In fact, I like the boy so much that if he asked me to take my virginity, I feel like I would say yes. But I'm the type of person to do something and wish I haven't later. But I don't know if it will be that way considering the fact that I really like him. But on the other hand, what if we have sex, then a little while after I lose feelings, then regret it? I know people say to hold on to your virginity for as long as you can, but I am 15. My hormones are going crazy, and I feel like if I don't get someone else's point of view, I'm just going to give in sooner or later. P.S. I love you and your boyfriend. I wish to have a relationship like you and your boyfriend do. Love you. Okay, you're too young for sex. I don't want to keep stressing this in my videos. You know, people have their opinions. The feminists come, they're like, they can do whatever the fuck they want with their bodies. At the end of the day, if you are not sure, you're not ready. When I lost my virginity, I felt the same way you did. I really liked him. He was my boyfriend. I was talking to him for a while, but at the same time, as I grew up and I got older, I wish I was still a virgin. And I wish I could have given my virginity to my husband. Like, that's just me though. A lot of people are different. There's some people that lose their virginity mad early, like Kim Kardashian, fucking on birth control at like 14. And then look at her list of men. Like, she has a long list of men. And like, not to say that can happen to everybody, but like, I feel like the younger you lose your virginity, the more susceptible you are to fuck so many men, like, or people, period. Hold on, because I don't know if I use susceptible right, or just, you know, sometimes I be trying to use these words and I don't know what they mean. They just sound like I used it right. Like, I am not anybody's parent. Well, I know y'all call me mom and shit, and I'm a deadbeat, but like, I'm not your physical parent. I'm not your birth mother. I'm not your well, you know what? I am adoptive mother to some of y'all. either way, it's your box. I mean, do what you will, but at the end of the day, don't say I didn't tell you so, because these boys ain't shit. Like, it's really a slim motherfucking chance that the person that you lose your virginity to is the person you're gonna be with for the rest of your life. And I grew up in a Christian home. My father is a pastor. My mother is a holy lady. Like, my grandmother, like everybody, I grew up in the church, so my morals and what I believe is different than a lot of other people's, and sometimes it's the same. And yes, I lost my virginity young, but despite the fact that I knew better, because my hormones were going crazy and I felt like I was in love, but like, I want to instill in my kids, my daughter, my sons. This is not just advice to girls, BTW, because a lot of people try to get at me for that. I'm like, no, this is for anybody under a certain age. I mean, once you're 18, you know, go ahead, make your decision. But like before 18, it's kind of like, what is the purpose? What is the need? Like, I just feel like sex is so overrated, and everybody wants to lose their virginity and everybody wants to have sex and do this and that and the third, when it's unnecessary. Like, you're 15 years old, you shouldn't even be worrying about your vagina and no dick. Like, I honestly, I don't know what I would do to my damn daughter if she tried to come and tell me that she wants to have sex with somebody. Like, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. I really don't. But these stories are disturbing to me, because maybe it's because when I was that, I just feel like as the years go by, girls are losing their virginities at younger and younger and younger ages. And I don't know about the rest of y'all. I don't know I don't know about anything about any other country, but where I'm from, especially in Toronto, I feel like the sex trafficking or the human trafficking has become, like, it has gotten out of control, and there's young girls who are your age, they're 15, they're 16, they're 17, that are getting tricked into selling their bodies. And once you're not already a virgin, it's so much easier for the men to trap you into doing something like that. And so, I don't know, like, it's just disturbing to me. So my opinion on this, or my advice to you, is biased, because I don't agree with young girls losing their virginity. I don't know. I don't know. 15 and 16 are not that far apart. I lost my virginity way too young, and I know that. And for a long time, I was celibate. So after my first breakup, I was celibate for a very long time, because I didn't want to be that girl that had sex with my ex-boyfriend so many times, and then I get a new boyfriend and I'm having sex with him too. Like, nah, nigga, I was celibate as fuck. Like, I didn't want to be somebody that when I'm in a room at a party, this nigga, that nigga, and the next nigga can say that they fucked me. Like, nah, that ain't about to be me. I don't even want to be in the room with anybody that can say they fucked me, okay? That's not my man. Like, no thank you, no ma'am. And that's exactly what will happen to you. So, don't be that girl. For Christians, masturbating is wrong, but at the same time, I feel like if you are young and you are feeling like you want to have sex, if you just go get a toy, you'll probably preserve your sexuality, or you'll probably preserve your virginity for longer, because you are masturbating. And I have an Adam and Eve haul coming up this week, so stay tuned for that. If you guys didn't watch the last one, I'll link it in the description box below, because there is a 50% off coupon for you to use, so you can get a vibrator, and then you ain't gotta get a dick. Like, you don't need a dick. You can get a vibrator and keep your virginity, okay? Because all you're seeking is pleasure. Like, that's all you're seeking. And trust me, you'll get it from a toy, okay? Botox. Oh my god, there's over 769 or 96. I don't know. Hold on. 769 Botox emails. That is absolutely insane. Okay, so we have an unknown. Hiya, hon. Hope you and your BF are well. I love you guys. You're my favorite YouTubers to watch. Some real shit goes down in your videos. XX. Love you loads, B. Thank you very much. Love you too. So, I got a big situation on my hands. Me and my man have been together for 3 years, and now I'm 18 years old. In the past, I've had fuck boys, the whole lot. I've never gave anything to any of these BFs except him, my current boyfriend. The reason being is because why give your all and everything if someone doesn't give it back? Amen. Somebody that gets it. Yes, honey. That's how. Yes. You better work. And loyalty and respect is a big thing for me, which he does and shows me. So, he deserves everything. Part of my love and me. He's really sweet and I love him. To be honest, he feels the same way too. But the problem is family. Now, here's the big problem. My family hates him and told me to stop talking to him because they have a mentality that all men are the same. Without even meeting him, they judge him. And now because I'm Asian Pakistani, some of my family disagree. Anyway, my mom is in the middle. She thinks he's a bad guy because of the mentality of men. Now, what should I do? Because I can't leave someone I love. And I can't leave my family either. How can I somehow swoop them into liking him? P.S. Love you. And I tried to make it short. Okay, babe. I tell you guys this all the time. You cannot force anybody. Hello? Hi. You can't force anybody to like you. You can't force anybody to love you. And you cannot force anybody to like the person you like or love the person you like. The only thing you can do is invite him around your family and have them sit down and get a feel for him, They can't... A lot of relationships get fucked up because of family members, which is not fair. But at the end of the day, if you love him and he loves you and that's what it is, bitch, elope. Like, honestly, your family does not need to accept him because they're not sleeping with him. They're not going to be the ones providing for you, and they're certainly not paying your rent. So, I mean, if you're in a relationship with somebody and you guys are, if you guys have been solid for 3 years, like, that's what you said, right?
Babe,
yeah.
Should I start prepping for Shooter's Kitchen?
Are you hungry? Well, babe, you told me that we're going to eat late. It's 6. Like, if this man is treating you good and you guys have already built something, like, don't let your family put their 2 cents in and, like, try to turn you away from him. And it's not for them to decide who you are going to be with. And I get with the whole culture thing why, I don't know what race your man is, but I get with the whole culture thing why they're being so difficult on him, but that is really not fair. I feel like in a lot of families, no matter who you bring home, it'll be a problem. If it's not one thing, it's a motherfucking other. So, in my opinion, if you really just want to start your life with this person, elope. And they're going to have to accept it sooner or later because it's either they're going to accept him and you guys are going to be a big, happy family, or they're not going to accept him and they're going to see less of you and they're going to regret that because obviously you're their family. They love you and of course they want the best for you, but at the same time they're interfering somewhere where they do not need to be interfering. If he was a low down, dirty bastard and was beating you or something, or disrespectful to your parents, then I could understand why they wouldn't want you to talk to him. But he's not been that. He's only been good to you, only been loyal and respectful towards you, so there's no reason for your family to be like, fuck this nigga. So do what you will, boo. Tell your families to get their life because they're doing too much. They really are. Hey Bo, my name is Dee Dee, and I just want to start off by saying that I love you and I love your videos. I love you too. Thank you very much. So, I happen to be in a bit of a pickle with a close friend of mine, and we'll name her Alex. Last year in November, I lost my so-called best friend of 6 years, and the 3 of us were all friends. However, after our fallout, Alex still decided to hang out with her because they were still cool, and I really didn't care because I'm not going to tell her who she can and can't hang out with. My problem is that since then, she's been lying to me about her whereabouts, and I know it sounds weird, but let me explain. This one day after school, we decided that we would get something to eat on our way home. I'm a senior in high school, by the way. Since our pet period... What's a pet period, honey? Since our pet period class wasn't the same, I chose to wait for her outside of the building. She had me waiting 10 minutes before I called her and I was like, where you at? She told me some bull talking about how she got after school and she gotta go do tutoring, and at this point I found it kind of fishy. I found it kind of fishy being that after school classes were over with, but I didn't question it. I just decided to take my ass home, and as I'm walking in my home, it takes me an hour to get home. I get multiple snaps from Alex, and I open it and she's basically with my ex-best friend. The snaps basically showed that she waited for her to finish her after school classes so that she could go out to eat, so that they could go out to eat together. So at this point, I was mad because I didn't understand her point in lying to me when she could have just told me instead of canceling our plans, and then the next day tried to act like nothing happened. I just want to know if I should call her out on it, because every time I have a problem with someone or I call them out on it, I always lose that person as a friend, and I don't want to lose her as a friend, but then again, that's the type of shit I don't like. P.S. This has happened multiple times when she would cancel our plans to hang out with the next beach. I have a question for you. If it was anybody else, would you still feel some type of way about the situation? If it wasn't the girl that you used to be friends with, like if she was just hanging out with like Bella Bob, like would you still feel some type of way? That's my question to you, or that's my question for you to ask yourself. If you wouldn't, then I would say this is pure jealousy, but at the same time, the lying thing is some bullshit. Like, you don't have to lie to me. If I'm your friend and you want to do something with somebody else, all you have to do is say so, but don't lie to me and then go on Snapchat and expose yourself. Like, it doesn't make any sense. That can be hurtful because it's kind of like, okay, so we had plans and you didn't want to hang out with me. We were supposed to go out to eat, but instead of going out to eat, now you and this girl are going out to eat instead, which is basically what we were supposed to do. So yeah, I'm gonna feel some type of way about that. So there's two sides to this. Obviously a little bit of it would be jealousy, but not the whole entire thing. I don't think that's fair that she's doing that to you. And I don't think it's fair that if you were to confront her about this and you end up losing her as a friend, you guys were never friends to begin with, end of story. Like, friends have conflict. Any relationship that you have with somebody is going to have conflict, unless y'all are just happy-go-lucky motherfuckers that are just forever jolly and there's never any problems. Like, this ain't the North Pole, bitch. Like, Santa got problems too. So, like, I feel like you have every right to be frustrated with her, and I think you should address it and just be like, hey, like, I don't have a problem with you hanging out with so-and-so, but if you are, just give me a heads up. Like, you don't have to lie to me and pretend that you have tutoring when you don't, and we both know you don't have tutoring. If you wanted to just go hang out with her instead of me, that's cool, but like, don't make something up so that you can get out of hanging out with me, because that just makes me feel like you don't want to hang out with me, period. And I'm not saying this to rile you up or get you upset. I'm just telling you how I feel because I thought we were friends, and that's it. Like, it's really that simple. And how she takes it is how she takes it. If she's going to be rude about it or feel some type of way about it, like, for all you know, it can make your friendship stronger. So in any relationship you're in, if you are having a problem with that person, you have to address them sooner rather than later. Hey Bo, thanks for opening my email. Can I just say you are phenomenal in every video. Oh my gosh, thank you. I am a new subscriber and a fan. Your personality is bomb sauce. And you make my day so much better. Oh my god, like, you're just showering me with the motherfucking compliments. Like, I'm living. I am living. As for my name, I'll have to remain anonymous because me and my boyfriend watch you together. Oh, hey, boyfriend, hey. So let's call me Sass. Oh, she's sassy. Okay, we're going to call her Sass or whatever. Now, for my current juicy, messy situation. So I met this guy, went through the whole first base, second base, third base, goo goo gaga crap. Long story short, that's bae. He is claimed, and now we live together, which is probably why I like watching you and Shooter interact, because we joke very similar, lol. Okay, so it's been about 1.5 years with him, and I love being able to have a partner at home. It's been real having a rider on my team. Everything is pretty good between us, but here's the kickstart. the hoes will lurk and will hate, but I'm the type to gladly play along and participate. So one day I'm making the bed and move his phone out from under the covers. As I pick it up, I see his ex, let's call her LJ, on his screen, had inboxed him through Messenger. So I'm like, bitch, where? Bitch, where? Bitch, where? Why are you messaging my man? Like, what's really good? At this point, I just added that extra part, you guys. At this point, I'm heated because this bitch is texting him why. Is he flirting behind my back? So, as I go to confront him, he tells me she's been begging back. And all this other extra crap. Mind you, men lie like shit in a situation like this. I know that's right. So I made him block the bitch. Yes, bitch. Yes, for the block. Yes, I'm here for this. So I do my own investigation. I check her page and see that she is a tacky, messy eyeshadow, heavy eyeshadow wearing. Just tacky, okay? The fuck? I love you. I don't know who you are, but I love you. Like, I actually love you. Never trust someone with fucked up brows. Just saying. As I'm looking, I noticed, you know what's funny? The way you describe this person makes me think of one person, okay? And fuck that bitch. But anyway, as I'm looking, I noticed she is also in a new relationship half her age with someone who looks sexy. What? In my head, I'm like, the fuck is she in my dude's inbox for if she got a man? So, I get to thinking maybe I should just play her game, but little does she know, because I am younger than her, my immaturity and pettiness level is at an all-time high. So, I get to thinking, she is ungrateful and her man doesn't deserve someone who is a DM thot. So I make a fake page and catfished him. Yes, fucked up, I know, but I had to cover my tracks. Needless to say, he fell right into my trap. I convinced him in just one day to leave her and move to California, where he thought the fake girl would be. I told him he needs to worry about the bread and not these bird bitches. I'm done. So he hopped on the Greyhound and left her that night. But he went back because, truth be told, he wasn't ready. Here's the kicker though. When she popped into my man's inbox, her fake name was LJ. So guess what? She will see if she looks in his inbox that name LJ. I named the fake girl the exact same shit. Now, bougie, I know you probably shaking your head at me. Like, why did I have to take it there? But the way my mind is set up, I couldn't resist it. I hate thirsty hoes. Like, it's my biggest pet peeve in life. So my question to you is, have you ever crossed the lines in being petty out of jealousy? Sincerely, your loving vlogger fan, Sass. Thanks for reading. Okay, boom. You just gave me a whole load of tea, honey. Yes, I have definitely crossed lines before. Like, you didn't even ask me for advice, really. You just asked me, like, you just asked me about myself. There was this one time Shooter had gotten a job working for this man, like, shoveling, and in the winter time, and like they would get paid a shit ton to just go drive the truck, shovel like these warehouses and salt them. And so he used to go with either his cousin or this pop dong gal. Like, when I say pop dong, I mean she, oh my god, she was just janky. Like, she was so ghetto, classless. She was trailer trash, honey. Like, oh my god, and she was just a ratchet white girl, and I just could not. And my issue really wasn't, like, I didn't have an issue with him working with her. That was fine. But, like, what kind of girl is shoveling snow? But whatever. I didn't have an issue with him working with her. I had an issue with him texting him like they were big time friends and like they were more than business partners. And so I was like, Shooter, like, no, boo, like, it ain't going down to that. Because I remember, okay, so Shooter always used to complain about his pain when he would go shoveling. Like, him and his cousin would always complain, and they'd just be like how their back hurts, blah blah blah, because they had to do beer heavy lifting and do. So I'm like, okay, cool, that's fine. So one day she messaged him and she tells him that her she's like, yo, my body's so broke. I said, what? I said, babe, why is she, I'm like, no, what is this? Like, why is she telling you that? Why does she think that you even care? Like, no. And so I didn't do no catfishing, bitch. I just took her number out of the phone. I text her myself. I wonder if I still... So he would tell me, like, he would come home and he'd be like, oh, I think she likes me because she keeps buying Gatorade and like leaving them in the truck for me. Like, she won't tell me they're for me, but like she seen me drink one time and now there's always Gatorade in the truck for me. And I'm like, that's fucking weird. Like, are you weird, bro? And so I was like, okay, cool, like, whatever. She wants to buy him Gatorade, she can. I'm not buying him no fucking Gatorade, so she can go ahead and buy him Gatorade. I ain't tripping on that. But then she kept like texting him, and that was the thing. Like, if he never told me that she was randomly buying him Gatorade and like he thinks that she likes him, I wouldn't have said nothing. But she crossed the line when she texted him out of the blue, and it's late night. Like, don't you have things to do? Like, why are you checking for him, asking him if his day was blessed? He doesn't care about your day. He's not going to reply and tell you that his day was good or whatever. So don't fucking message him, because y'all ain't friends like that. Like, y'all go shovel the snow, move the fucking blocks and shit, and call it a day. You don't have to be all up in his shit. And so I text her and I said, unless it's to say I'm on my way or I'm outside because you're dropping off the truck, do not text my man. He does not care how broke your body is. You don't need to know if his day was blessed or not, but you can keep buying him Gatorade. He likes that. And I put a smiley face and I put thank you. I don't play that shit, bitch. Another incident was when Shooter got shot and he had posted a picture on Instagram or whatever. His ex-girlfriend like was going out of her way to reach out to him. I said, boo boo, he good, like he's taken care of. You don't need to, like, out of her way. And she, oh my god, she's so annoying, out of her fucking way. And so she was messaging him on Facebook and he wasn't replying to her because he had no reason to reply to her. Like, y'all ain't friends, you guys have not spoken in years. Like, it's like a hi and bye thing. Not even a hi and bye thing. It's just like a head nod thing if he sees her. It's not, hi, we're friends. We've been friends for all these years. Blah, blah, blah. Right, tate. No. Like, no. So, when he got shot or whatever, she's there acting overly concerned. Like, I get it. Y'all grew up together, whatever. But you're a non-motherfucking factor, bitch. So move the fuck on. Like, if he got shot and he not dead, you see he alive, that's all you need to know. Like, you don't need to be reaching out to him frantically trying to figure out if he's okay. He's breathing. Like, but did you die? Like, no, he did not die, so he's good. You don't need to check for him. And so he wasn't replying to her Facebook messages. And then and she, on Facebook, she has a separate account that she messages him from. Like, she doesn't message him from her actual Facebook account because her boyfriend is a crazy, jealous man. So she doesn't message her from her actual Facebook account. She messages him from a different Facebook account. And so she was on his Instagram and she commented and she's just like, I've been messaging you, blah, blah, blah. Like, are you okay? Blah, blah, blah. So I just added the bitch. I said, he's good. Like, don't play with me. Like, you don't need to know if he's good or not. Like, he's fine. I'm like, he's fine, thank you, see you never. Like, what are you doing? Why are these bitches so motherfucking bold? Like, why are you so bold? I need to know. I really need to know. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. But yes, I wasn't jealous. I'm never jealous. I'm territorial, and that's the thing. Like, I will piss on my man to mark my territory. These bitches are gonna smell my fucking urine on my boyfriend so that they fucking know not to fuck with him. Like, that's just me. I'm just very territorial. That's like Taurus trait number 1. Like, territorial as fuck. I'm territorial with my mother. I'm territorial with my man. Those are the two people that I'm very territorial about. Like, I remember one time my mom this is petty. I remember one time my mom was talking to this man, and for some reason, like, I was young too, and I did not fuck with him. Like, you know, your vibe it's just your vibe. And as a kid, as a teenager, like, if your vibe's steering you, you know, kids are usually very instinctive like that. And so I don't know what it was about him, but I just was not fucking with him. And one night he was over for tea, and my mom don't do disrespect. Like, I knew better, but at the same time I did not care. And because of the type of situation it was, I don't think she cared either, or like she was shocked, but like she didn't care. But anyway, he was over for tea. They're in the living room talking. I was in the basement. I run up the stairs. I look over into the living room. I see that she has company over. And then I proceeded to run up the other stairs. I didn't say anything to her or him. And then my mom was like, you're not going to say, she's like, Booge, like, you're not going to say hi? Like, I have company here. And I was just like, hi, Mom. and I fucking kept pushing up the stairs. Like, I'm not going to say hi to this nigga. Like, I don't fuck with him. So, no. But, like I said, I'm never jealous. I'm only territorial. And a smidge of crazy. Just a smidge. Yeah, like, you didn't even have a question for me. But if you was a real ass bitch, what you would have done was screenshot their little text, their little fucking messages, sent that shit to yourself from his phone, and then you would have sent it to her man from a catfish account, okay? They would have knew it was you, but it doesn't matter. Like, you could have done it that way, because then she gets in trouble from her man, because why are you messaging my man? Like, that's the tea. That's how you really get back at somebody that's trying to fuck with your man. Anyway, I love you all. This Botox was actually really good. If I didn't get to your email, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm probably gonna film Botox again this week. I know I say that every single time and I never end up doing it because Botox just takes so much out of me. I promise. Every time before I'm supposed to film Botox, I like end up not posting for days, which you guys witnessed this week. Like, I didn't post for like 4 days straight, and so because of that, even yesterday I was supposed to film Botox, and instead I ended up doing Shooter's Kitchen because I just couldn't deal. But Botox is back in full effect. There will be 2 of these dropping. I'm going to split this video into 2 parts like I usually do with Botox. So 2 days in a row, you guys will get your Botox fix. And yeah, I love you guys so much. You guys are awesome. We're slowly fucking moving to 200K, and I'm so happy and so excited and so grateful for you guys. You guys are fucking awesome sauce. I love you guys so much, and I think that's it. I love you all. If you want to participate in Botox, the email will be in the description box and also on the screen across my face, the Botox email. Okay, hit me up, girl. That's it. I'm very hungry. I'm about to go film Shooter's Kitchen again. So this is a very, very good week for you guys. And later on, after Shooter's Kitchen, I will film my braces update story. So yeah, I love you all, and I will definitely see you in the next one.